Funding for the following program was provided by
This is who we are. First Southern National Bank.
Diamond Gusset Jeans, the original Gusset jean. Careful craftsmanship, continual improvement. Diamond Gusset Jeans, born and worn in the USA since 1987.
Come on in and join us for some homemade jam. We'll be delighted if you stay. Come on in and grab a seat and clap your hands and stomp your feet. Come on in and join the jamboree. Homemade jam, homemade jam. Good for you, don't have no calories. Homemade jam, homemade jam. Come on in and join the jamboree. Come on in and join the jamboree. Well, now, Hutch, and thank you, ma'am. It's finally time for homemade jam.
1, 2, ready, and the junkyard man has good times while the poor man has hard times. Full of transmissions, radiators, brake lines. For the junkyard man means dollar signs. Greasy hands, bloody knuckles, strip threads. Tires show metal where the word treads. A grease monkey's money on an oil pan means a T-bone steak for the junk man. The junk man, the junk man. When the people get the blues, well, he gets a new pair of shoes. But the poor man, he's on the junk plan. The recession hits him hard, and it's back to the old junkyard. Transmission fluid in the bare dirt, in the backseat window there's a dirty shirt. The weeds growing up through the wheel wells will crush everything you can't sell. Dried up blood on the dashboard and a handful of change laying in the floor. The young people died before they should, but them rear corner panels look pretty good. The junk man, the junk man. When the people get the blues, well, he gets a new pair of shoes. But the poor man, he's on the junk plan. The recession hits him hard, and it's back to old junkyard. Well, he's broke down by the roadside 'cause the alternator quit and the car died. He's got no money for his sweetheart 'cause he spent it all down at the junkyard. The junkyard man has good times while the poor man has hard times. Transmissions, radiators, brake lines. For the junkyard man means dollar signs. The junk man, the junk man. When the people get the blues, well, he gets a new pair of shoes. But the poor man, he's on the junk plan. The recession hits him hard, and it's back to old junkyard. The recession hits him hard, and it's back to old junkyard. Go on back to friends and loved ones and tell them not to go to that godforsaken country in them hills of Mexico. To that godforsaken country in them hills of Mexico. Thank you. Like we said, we are the local honeys, and I'm from Woodford County, Kentucky. My name is Linda Jean Stokley, and this tall glass of water standing next to me, this is Montana Hobbs, and she's from Lee County, Kentucky. And we take a lot of pride in being Kentuckians, and at school, we went to Morehead State, and we are the first females, actually, to graduate from Morehead State's traditional music program. Thank you. Thank you so much. We now have Bachelors of Arts degrees playing traditional Appalachian music, and we spend a lot of our time primarily in the archives going through and either playing and listening to these old fiddlers and banjo players and songsters, and actually visiting. We are very active in the Kentucky old-time community and visit a lot of master artists. And this is one of the tunes that Paul David Smith used to play, and he's from Pike County, Kentucky. And so this is called Let Me Learn You How to Rock Andy. Not rock candy, this is rock Andy. So. But you can't rock me, rock them gals, but you can't rock me, rock them gals, but you can't rock me. Let me learn you how to rock Andy. Rock them gals, but you can't rock me, rock them gals, but you can't rock me, rock them gals, but you can't rock me. Let me learn you how to rock Andy. Rock them gals, but you can't rock me. Let me learn you how to rock Andy. Rock them gals, but you can't rock me. Rock them gals, but you can't rock me. Rock them gals, but you can't rock me. Let me learn you how to rock Andy.
That sounds like the soundtrack to like a 70s movie that Warren Oates would have been in, doesn't it? Man, I'm telling you what, I love the fact that y'all are going back and researching traditions and looking at stuff that's, that's the roots of music. Why in the world would somebody your age, I thought, I'm listening, me at home, I'm listening to stuff. I quit listening to new music about 1978. And I'm listening like the Ink Spots and the Mills Brothers, and you guys are going way back. What caused you to be interested in that type of music?
Well, I didn't get interested into this type of music till I was in college. Like she said, we met at Morehead State University. I was a junior for the first time around, or something like that. And my original path of study didn't follow through. I just kind of realized that I didn't really care for it and couldn't really see myself doing that. So,
what was it? Just out of curiosity.
Pre-vet. I was going to be a vet.
Okay.
Ever since I was 5.
That's a lot of years of school.
It's a lot of money, a lot of years, and this is more fun than having to stand around in the mud with a herd of cows. But that can be fun too.
I might need some help with that.
But I got into this. I started searching the registrar's website and was thinking, what kind of classes can I take? What can I take that will be easy, that I don't have to worry about biology? What's a good, cushy semester? And I saw banjo lessons, and I thought, well, my papa always had a banjo, and it sat there. He was always a wannabe musician. He'd buy the books, but he'd never really get much further. So I ended up taking 3-finger banjo lessons with Raymond McLean from the McLean Family Band, who is also the director of the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music. And I didn't even know who Raymond was at the time, I'm embarrassed to say, but he taught me how to tune the banjo, kind of. And we worked from there, and it didn't take more than that, really, to just kind of... And once I started meeting people in that community and how passionate they were about it and telling me all the history behind this, I really, really just went for it and dived into it, and I declared it as my major.
Wow. How about you? How did you get interested in this type of music?
I went to Morehead State to study jazz bass, and I actually got both degrees. I tried to study both at the same time, which was very difficult. But I signed up for this class. It was a traditional music class, and I showed up, and there was like fiddles and banjos and bones and mandolins and all this great stuff. And right there in the center of this big old circle was Jesse Wells playing the fiddle. And I went up to him after class and said, "Will you teach me how to play that thing?" And he was one of the biggest influences in pushing me towards the right stuff to listen to and playing the instrument. People that take time. There's so many great fiddlers and banjo players and ballad singers in Kentucky that if you just ask them, they will teach you how to play music, which I think is amazing. And so I didn't get into this until college, and my mom was a bluegrass banjo player. That's her banjo right there. She'll be happy to know it's getting played. But she tried to integrate that in my life when I was younger, but I didn't want to have nothing to do with it because I wanted to play rock and roll and jazz and rockabilly and all that stuff.
Let's talk about that for just a second. Early influences. What did you grow up listening to? What caught your ear early?
The Beatles was the first thing that really got me, and then lots of old country music. My teacher in 4th grade, Miss Hunt, for Southside Elementary, she said, "I think Linda Jean's going to grow up and be a country music star." And look at that. Now I'm just singing honky-tonk music and old-time Kentucky music. So she was right.
What's your early influences?
I have an older brother, and I remember I had to ride to school with my older brother, and so he always got the front seat.
He was in control of the radio.
He had the control of the radio, so I had to listen to a lot of stuff, and so my musical taste kind of followed his. I listened to lots of grunge, like Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains. And then he got a John Prine CD.
There you go.
He got a John Prine CD, and that changed everything. But my dad listened to a lot of country music, Alan Jackson and George Jones and stuff like that. My mom, it was kind of a 70s. She liked disco and rock and Janis Joplin and stuff like that. So I had music coming from all kinds of spectrums. But this old-time kind of Americana, traditional, however you want to spin it, is really the first music that I found. on my own. So I think that's why I have more of a attachment to it, because
the roots of that are so deep, you can keep going back and keep going back and keep. That last song, how old was that song?
The fiddle tune?
Yes.
I'm not even sure originally where it came from. It probably came through Virginia, trickled through Virginia, but Owen Snake Chapman from Pike County, Kentucky, taught that to Paul David Smith, and that's about as far as I know. And Snake Chapman probably learned that from someone in his family, perhaps his father. I can't remember right now.
Give them a hand for keeping the traditions and looking back. I love that. You know, Kentucky has such a huge tradition of all types of things, thumb picking. You know, you think about it's bluegrass, everything is started here. You think about the musicians. So I love what you guys are doing.
Well, she lived up the road just a mile or two. She kept her nose clean and the dirt off her shoes. Well, she never let on all the secrets she kept, like where she'd been while her husband slept. Now Frieda, she knew what the people would say, but the people she knew didn't live with her pay. So she worked as a lady with her own free rights, keeping the company of a man by night. Oh, Frieda, don't you worry, a time will come when you don't hang your head at the deeds you've done. Oh, Frieda, hang on, just you wait for it. They'll call the house when the money hits. So she hit the door and she started the car. That old wreck wouldn't take her too far. Just a piece of the way she would surely find a lonely man with an absent wife. When she finally parked that coupe de ville, she'd found herself in Beattyville. She told herself to play calm, while the love she made would go off like a bomb. Oh, Frieda, don't you worry, time will come when you don't hang your head at the deeds you've done. Oh, Frieda, hang on, just you wait for it. They'll call the house when the money hits. Now Frieda had been a dancer for a spell, but her knees were shot and her back had gone to hell. She wished she could find work that was honest, instead of digging after dollars in a dirty man's pocket. Now her looks were gone, but she still worked. She'd show her man how much she's worth. She said, by God, I'll tell you yet what a woman will do for her own paycheck. Oh, Frieda, don't you worry, time will come when you don't hang your head at the deeds you've done. Oh, Frieda, hang on, just you wait for it. They'll call the house when the money hits. You'll love for free when the money hits. Thank you all so much.
Hope you got your keys, 'cause baby, we're going places. I take the gas, no looking back, but let's go ahead and waste it. You're something different, got me out of my element. Tongue-tied, hair blowing, midnight glowing, losing my mind, thinking I like where this is going. Runaway hearts in our getaway car. Ain't nothing slowing us down now. It doesn't matter if we lost and let the headlights take us. Streetlights flashing, moonlight magic. I know you're feeling it too. It's a never knowing that'll keep us rolling. Tongue-tied, hair blowing, midnight glowing. Losing my mind, thinking I like where this is going. Runaway hearts in our getaway car. Ain't nothing slowing us down now. It doesn't matter if we get too far. Ain't nothing better than right here, right now. There ain't no way of knowing that I like where this is going. Your hand on my knee, blue eyes turn to me. As far as we can see, we're just runaway hearts in our getaway car. Ain't nothing slowing us down now. It doesn't matter if we get too far. Ain't nothing better than right here, right now. Runaway hearts in our getaway car. Ain't nothing slowing us down now. It doesn't matter if we get too far. Ain't nothing better than right here, right now. There ain't no way of knowing that I like where this is going. I like where this is going. Yeah.
All right, and if you'd like to be on Homemade Jam, we would like you, everyone out there in the audience tonight, if you have some friends or some family you know that's really good and you want them to be on, have them visit Tim Farmer's Homemade Jam Facebook page. Load a video of them playing or singing. We want them on this stage. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you next time on Tim Farmer's Homemade Jam. Thank you very much. See you next time.
Come on in and join us for some homemade jam. We'll be delighted if you stay. Come on in and grab a seat and clap your hands and stomp your feet. Come on in and join the jamboree. Homemade jam, homemade jam. Good for you, don't have no calories. Come on in and join the jamboree. Honey, horse, and thank you, ma'am. It's finally time for homemade jam.